Structure and routine, probably never more important. If we look back, man, 100 years in time, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, one of the key topics and lessons he talked about 100 years ago was structure and routine, the discipline of time, the discipline of our mind. Now more important with the world of social media. A client with me about a week and a half ago shared a stat when the noise started happening. We had over 1 billion social media and media hits on the topic of the coronavirus. Man, if there isn't distraction happening right now, this is it. So structure and routine to put the important things and keep the important things in your life. Maybe it's joining the 5 a.m. club with Robin Sharma. Maybe it's just getting up at the same time you did. If you're working from home, fantastic. Use the extra time wisely. Are you putting the time with your kids, family in place? Put exercise back in. It is safe to say that all the routines we had 2 weeks ago are gone. Now more important to put the right thing. I mean, I personally like it. I come to my office. There's nobody here. Road time, drive time down to 10 minutes from 25. I think it's great. So I have more free time. But what is the gift that you've been given in building that structure and routine? So a couple things put back in. The planning, critical. Every day, every week, put the planning back in. Number 2, exercise, physical fitness, getting outside, absolutely. And 3, do the important things first. Whatever the important things are in your world, reaching out, communicating with your team, making phone calls, talking to customers, talking to suppliers, do the important things first, and then start looking at marketing and building for the future. So structure is critical, important in maintaining and taking and moving our businesses forward. Community, being open-minded and willing to learn. I've been blessed this past week of being able to learn so much. Learn so much this week. That's a good way of putting it. But how do we create an online community? Well, there's 3 things I can pull from last week. One, I want to have a shout out to Murray, one of my clients, who created a virtual St. Patrick's Day social. It was Tuesday last week for the St. Patrick's Day, and got an email, and he had set up a Zoom call for his team members, his team, a couple of his clients, myself, and there were 12 or 13 or 14 or something like that on a Zoom call, and we were all having a St. Patty's Day drink together. So that was pretty cool, and that inspired me to have, my own virtual community. Once a month, we get our clients together to do a monthly social. We talk about topics like podcasting and doing video and marketing. We talk about changes and patterns in the marketplace. And it was really hard for me not to get the team together in social and have a beer in one of our favorite local establishments. But Murray made it real simple and easy to do the Zoom on Wednesdays. We got together our 12, 13 clients at the time that were available. And we spent an hour and a half just talking about what it means to be virtual, what it means to communicate. And there's so many good tools. It gives everybody a chance to listen, be heard. One of my biggest fears into going into creating this online community is, how does everybody have a voice? When you're in person, you can see, you can detect voice cues, you can detect fluctuations in voice and body language. And that was my biggest fear, is not having that there. And was it the same? No, it's not the same. Was it pretty close? Absolutely. So that was super successful. And lastly, some buddy of mine, God bless them, it was a hoot, had a lot of fun. They took time and effort to create an online poker game. Yeah, you can do lots of online poker. You can go play anonymously in all kinds of different environments, but this was 12 of us who play poker on a fairly regular basis. They created a private room, I believe, in Poker Stars, or one of the online groups. And combined with that, everybody had a Zoom link. So for hours, we played via Zoom in an online poker game, real life poker with real life money with people we normally play poker with. So there's hopes for all of us, but be open-minded and find different ways to communicate. There's lots of changes going on.